Today's 29 days fasted when I get to the end of the day and go to bed tonight, which I will. I'm not going to eat today. Up till last night going to bed, I really thought I'll never make it any farther. I should have already quit. I just kept having more and more, I literally say misery every day. I was having terrible problems every single day that were growing worse and worse with dry mouth and dry throat. I was having lots of just gagging and dry heaving, and I don't know how much that was the dry mouth and the dry throat causing that, or if there's other things causing that. I do know now, which I didn't really fully understand it. I just had some hints in my mind about what was going on, that I've been having terrible problems with not breathing right, and definitely for at least 2 full weeks, maybe a whole lot longer than I realize. And I'm just going to sort of relate this in my mind to the fact that I have fibromyalgia. I don't 100% know this is a fibro symptom, but I think it is. So for years and years and years, if I have some kind of trauma or stress that my muscles pick up on and start holding real tight, my body just doesn't like to let go of it ever. It just wants to get worse and worse and worse and never let go of it. There's lots of things you can do to work on things like that, but it is especially a rough problem for me, that it can be very hard to ever get out of the problem once the problem starts. And I was having a breathing problem, and I knew that some of what I was feeling seemed like it was related to something to do going wrong with my breathing, and then I couldn't quite sort it out in my head and understand what it was. But today, this morning, right before some stuff I did this morning, I really tried to work on breathing. I don't know if anyone out there has heard of this, but if you've ever tried to do what's called Buteyko breath work, this is because I've tried that before. This is why I sort of knew to try what I tried this morning with my breathing. I was trying really hard to make my chest be still and just breathe down into my stomach, and it was going terribly. You would think if you're going to do some breathing exercises, you would find a way to accomplish them and be able to make it happen, but it was kind of amazing, and just, when I had on a lot of hyperbole, it was astonishing. It was unbelievable. I couldn't hardly make it happen. I could not hardly make those muscles move in those ways. It was really bad. So I've done something really pretty weird today. Oh, and I should back up and tell you something else first. I had done the iodine I talked about, and I do think that was a good move to take the iodine. It did make some difference in a positive direction. After the next day got going and I realized it had helped some, I knew it had not helped enough. It wasn't the whole answer. So like I said, thought it was right, just didn't think it was the whole answer. So I had vitamin D3 drops at home, and I tried those. And I have a couple different kinds of magnesium at home, and I tried both types last night. One of my types of not vitamin D3. I don't know if I just said all that wrong or not. Vitamin D3 drops, I know I said. Magnesium is the other thing I hope I said. One of my types of magnesium I took has some B6 and some zinc in it. So B vitamins and zinc and magnesium were all some of the ideas I had beyond iodine that might have helped with what I was dealing with the dry mouth. And in general, I know over time, I'm pretty prone to needing magnesium. I don't believe I'm prone to needing zinc, but you never know. Pretty darn sure I am not prone to needing potassium, but sometimes you get it in the way that you take iodine. So like when carnivore channels are advertising things like Keto Chow and Element, I'm not saying those are bad. If they're helping you, fantastic. Take those things that are helping you. I've never really been tempted to try them because they're meant to be balanced. These are exactly the minerals you need, of 3 specific minerals and nothing else. And that's not always what's going on with people who are already imbalanced. Sometimes they don't need those exact amounts that would be the normal amount of what amount, they think they know what ratio those things should be in if you're not out of balance, I guess is what it always sounds like to me in the information about those kinds of things. So I haven't ever tried those things. I'm not saying they wouldn't help me if I did. I'm just saying I have not tried them. But anyway, I know I am pretty prone to needing magnesium, and the few times I've tried taking potassium, it didn't by itself, that didn't actually go very well. Sodium, I'm open to it. If I feel like salt on the tongue, I take it. So anyway, backing up, make sure I said all this correctly. I did the iodine. Now I also did vitamin D and magnesium, which did end up including a little bit of vitamin B6 and a little bit of zinc in it. Then I took all the stuff again this morning that I had started taking, so expecting I'll get more and more benefit today, and I did. And then I was having this breathing problem and trying to work on my breathing. The breathing was just, wow. Can't even describe how wild it was. And that's definitely a problem, that my chest was functioning so badly. So I did a really weird hack. I'm going to call it a hack. And it worked. I'm 99% of the time, way more than 99% of the time, I'm such a purist. I want to do everything exactly as best as I can with no chemicals. Did completely the opposite today. So much the opposite. I bet it had been more than 10 years since I've done this, maybe more than 20 for all I know. I went out and bought gum. Just at the gas station, just the gum they have. I'm not saying it was good. I'm not saying any of y'all should do that. But whatever crappy stuff is inside of gas station gum, which I'm sure is a lot of bad stuff, I chewed gum today with mint in it. And I'm telling you what, that mint flavor, that made my whole diaphragm and chest to start operating differently. So I hope if any of y'all need to ever try that, you can do it in a better way than just gas station gum. But that's what I did. And it really worked for me. And I have had so much better of a time today since I got that going. It's not perfect. I still have to keep working on this breathing thing. Still have to keep taking these extra supplements and finding out are what's working for me. But that's what I did. Now you know. The purist woman, super hardcore, always do everything right, never have any food additives. I chewed gum today. I gotta laugh at myself. Wow, that's really something compared to the way I usually operate. But it worked, and I feel so much better right now than I have felt in, actually I can't even say, I literally can't say, but at 30 days fasted, I don't feel hungry at the moment. I don't feel like I can't breathe at the moment. I don't feel like I'm dying from the dry mouth. I do still have a little dry mouth right now, but most of the day I have not felt it much, of course, because I was chewing gum, and it also, in addition to all that other stuff I'd done, really got the salivary glands going. So I'm going to keep trying to get hydrated and take these supplements every day, and maybe sometimes keep chewing the crappy gum. I don't know. If I need it, I'll do it until these packs run out. I bought 2 packs today. So anyway, it's day 30. The whole thing was all along because of the money. And I've been praying and praying and praying about the money. Today is the day it's the 3rd of August. I'm going to drop off my rent to my landlord tonight. I'm going to pay my electric bill tonight. I know I have enough money to do it. I have high confidence I'm going to be fine for the next 7 days, whatever things are coming out at this point, even though I have a really hard time through the way my brain's not working so great to remember everything all at once and say what all the things are. I think I'm good for this month. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm good overall, like, oh, now I fixed everything and now I can just go back to normal. If I just go back to eating and the way things operated for months and months, within a month or 2, I'm going to be back in the exact same position. And the way fasting works, I cannot just fast for 30 days and then quit, and then anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months later just do another 30 days. I don't think that's smart at all. So I'm not sure when I should quit. I've been praying about that a lot. And essentially, this reference might not make sense to everybody, but asking God to let me sit under the tree. That's what I feel like is happening. I'm just sitting under the tree and waiting for if He wants to rescue me or if He wants this to be the end. I'm okay with whatever He wants, but I literally don't have any other options. So since I cannot find other options until God presents me those other options, this is what I'm doing. And I might not last much longer. We'll see. There's a lot of willpower involved in fasting. And I'm aware from past fasting experiences that usually if you get to a point that your body says you should eat now, it can be an extremely overwhelming urge to eat. So I make no promises about if I can hold out as long as I want to hold out. But I'm going to try to keep going for now for a few more days and see what happens with the prayer life and with whatever God has planned for me. God bless all of you.